Lydia Dahl, Fight Connect TV, and I'm backstage at MTK Fight Night Belfast in the Ulster Hall with Caoimhin Hynes. Finally!
Yeah, finally after, I remember
Meant to be here.
trying to do an interview over the phone with you just after I got stabbed, and was unsuccessful.
Yeah,
So-
that's when I was doing the live Facebook Live split interview. It fantastic idea, and it's brilliant that you can like do an interview with someone when they're like in different parts of the world, but they needed to sort out the technical ability of it, because it was just I was like, for so many of the interviews I was like, are you there? Are you there?
I remember my Wi-Fi was terrible at the time, and I was like, oh, this isn't going to happen. I tried to put my 4G and everything on, and it just wasn't working.
The corner of the house stuck up in the roof.
2.5 years later, I'm back in an
Absolutely.
interview.
Listen,
So
all in good time, right? That's what they say. How's everything? Good to see you here.
yeah, everything's good. Training away, just waiting on a date confirmed. So I'm all good.
When you have a date in mind, or when there's talk of a date, is that when you kind of get the little butterflies and you're right? I know you're in the gym all the time, but it's when you start going, right, okay, now we really have to kick into gear and get things going again.
Yeah, of course. Like you get more excited whenever you get a date. Like especially with me, because I live in Belfast, but I train in London, so all my camps are in London. So whenever I get a fight day, it's like, right, back to camp, back to London, and it's just, I get a bit of excitement, a bit of butterflies, and then I'm just down there for 6 to 8 weeks, and training flat out. So
Do you find that because you're able to, say, right, I'm going to go to do my camp, I'm going to go to the UK, it kind of gives you that sort of switch on mode where, you have a lot of people that they might have families, they might have kids, they might be here, and, the pressures of family life or home life can sometimes get on top of them. Do you find that, like, because you can go to London and you can get away, it kind of aids to your benefit, I suppose?
yes, of course. Like I've always been one that's always stayed in the gym and been dedicated, but once I turned pro and went to London, I was able to switch off and just focus on one thing. I'm over there for one thing only, and that's to do a job. So when I come back home, I can find myself sometimes, I'll be like, I'm not in camp, I can take a day off here and there, and I kind of question myself, if my camps were back home, would it be like that? So I've been in the game a long time, 16 years now, and I kind of feel that when I'm back home, that I kind of switch off and not necessarily don't train as hard, but don't train as often. So I think it's good for me to go over to London, switch off away from friends and family, knowing that I'm focusing on one thing, and that's to do a job and progress my career.
Obviously, for our viewers, this will be the first time seeing you, because obviously debut interview. But for anyone that knows anything about boxing, obviously you're well known, well liked. You've been in this game for such a long time. How have you seen it changed? I know, like, obviously there's the amateur side, but have you seen a big difference in, like, just the shows, people that are turning into boxing fans? What have you noticed?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot more boxing happening in Belfast, especially, and it's unbelievable. Growing up for me, there was very rarely any professional shows in Belfast, and I can see the difference from what MTK's done as well for Irish boxing. They've been unbelievable, and the many shows that they hold, and irishboxing.com hold it, or is it Irish Boxing? I don't want to get it wrong. Is it?
The website?
No, sorry.
Love Irish Boxing.
No, who's fake? There's a show tonight.
Celtic Clash.
Celtic Clash, sorry.
Yeah, Love Irish Boxing.
Right, apologies. Like even them's running shows in Belfast, and it's unbelievable to see. Like there's a big difference, and there's a lot more opportunities for Irish fighters to fight back home and not have to go across the water and stuff. So yeah, there's a big difference.
Obviously, you're saying you may have a fight in the next couple of weeks in March time. Is there a dream card or dream opponent this year?
Not necessarily a dream card. I would love to be on the Carl bill if it does happen in May or June, and it's something that we spoke about with my team. So hopefully I can get on that against a credible opponent, someone who will bring the best out of me and has a good record. But by the end of the year, I just want to keep on progressing and just be as active as possible and see where it takes me.
Absolutely. Brilliant. Before I let you go, I must talk, because back when we had you doing the terrible Facebook split interview, the reason that obviously I wanted to get you on, because you were just after coming through a terrible incident where you were stabbed. How is life now?
Yeah, it's good. Obviously I've progressed in my career. At the time I was amateur, and then I won the seniors for the WSB, got signed by Frank Warren and stuff. So life's been great, but not necessarily the thoughts and the trauma of what happened has gone away. I still do struggle mentally, and it's an uphill battle, but like I've always said that I get better 1% of it at a time, and it's something that I deal with every single day. Sometimes have my good days, sometimes I have my bad days, and I've kind of realised that that's just the way life's going to be until I fully get over it. I'm not sure I fully will get over it, because obviously I wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and I've got a big scar on my face and realise that I nearly died. So it still sticks with me, and it'll stick with me for the rest of life. But I'm a positive guy, and I have a very strong mindset, and I believe that it's made me better as a fighter, and make me realise that if I want to achieve anything in life, that to do it and follow my dreams, because you never know what's around the corner, you never know what can happen, and it's definitely made me a better person.
Absolutely, and you must be. I must commend you on, we'll say, the positive media that you've done. You know, there was a lot of eyes on you, naturally, because of your profile with boxing. But you seem to have used it for the advantage of awareness. I suppose probably be the biggest thing. Have you ever thought about doing anything like school talks, or doing more media on it? Because you speak very well about it, and you're very honest and open about it as well.
Yes, definitely. Especially in Belfast, there's a big issue with mental health problems at the moment in Belfast, and a lot of young people taking their lives, and a lot of people that I know that's took their lives, and it's sad to see. But I've been through mental health and issues, and I still struggle through it every single day, and I know how I've overcome it, and I knew whenever I hit rock bottom, and I knew how hard it was to get to where I am now, and if there's any way that I can help, there's definitely, it's something that I've kind of looked into, trying to give talks or on social media, helping anybody that I can, and especially with my being experienced and going through it, I know that I can definitely give advice to people. So it's definitely something that I would be interested in, trying to help the community, especially in Belfast, because there's a lot of young people taking their lives at the moment, and it's sad to see, because they think there is no help out there, but there is. I went and got professional help. I went and seen people, and it comes down to having a lot of pride. I'm one of the, especially being a boxer, man, I have so much pride. I don't want to talk to anybody, but I knew that if I tried it and I could better my life and change my mindset, then it's a positive for me, and it's going to change my life for the rest of my life. So people do think there isn't help out there, but there is, and it's something that I would love to kind of talk about and put it out there in the media and let people know there is help.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, on that note, fantastic. Thank you so much for talking like that. Love your honesty. It has to be commended, as I said. And good to see you back in great form. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you back out there and get another win under your belt and another interview. And we can catch up for 3 years of missed time, right? But thank you very much tonight. Before I let you go, MTK Fight Night, what do we think?
Unbelievable. I think the talent was class. So
yeah,
really good. Big Paddy McCory was unreal tonight. Big Paddy was unreal.
Well, listen, great to see you again, as I said, and thank you very much. Caoimhin Hynes for Fight Connect TV.